Hello, and thank you for choosing Simplilearn's Risk Management Professional Training Program. My name is Paul Banks, and in this introductory module, I will provide you an overview of this course. What is risk management, really? What are the objectives of this course? What are the benefits of risk management in a real-world context? What are the requirements to get certified? I will address these questions shortly. As a project risk practitioner for almost 10 years, I'm excited to train with you. With my invaluable experience in risk management practice, I will provide insights on how to best you can use risk management principles to execute projects more successfully than you could have ever imagined. Let's get started. Connecting to the main course. Managing most projects can be extremely challenging and unprecedented in today's rapidly changing business environment. This is why a strong understanding of risk management is invaluable across the global project space. With less than 4,000 PMI RMP certification holders in the world, and many companies recognizing the importance of proactive risk management, there has never been a better time to distinguish yourself among your peers as a risk management professional. First, what is risk management? Risk management includes the processes concerned with conducting risk planning, identification, analysis, responses, and controlling risk to alleviate some known and unknown risks that you might encounter in your projects. Basically, risk management is focused on the uncertainty of positive and negative events that might impact a project. We will examine this concept and many others during this course. Establish the need. A real-life case study. Let's now review a real-world example that demonstrates how critical risk management methodology was in ensuring a company's success under extreme circumstances. On August 29, 2005, Hurricane Katrina wreaked havoc in Louisiana. Approximately 1,830 people died as a result of flooding, building collapses, crime, and other incidents directly related to the event. Insured property damage was estimated to be near $60 billion. Hurricane Katrina is considered by far to be the most expensive hurricane in U.S. history. There are several success stories, though, and the evacuation of River Oaks Hospital is one of them. River Oaks Hospital is located in Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. The staff had to evacuate 105 patients and employees before Hurricane Katrina came ashore, and they had to do it without causing injuries to anyone. Were they successful? A resounding yes to that answer. First, they analyzed some of the past instances and failures and started preparations a good 1 year before the tragedy. They had a risk response plan to evacuate the hospital to another location in Memphis, Tennessee, and they practiced it the previous year. Every staff member knew their expected role during an evacuation, and they performed it perfectly. Their planning and performance is an excellent example of sound risk management. We will review this case in detail later after the course to reinforce the concepts you learn. Establish the need. Why companies are using sound risk management practices. Success stories apart, why do you think risk management is so essential? Risk management is a structured, objective approach to uncertainty. That uncertainty can be thought of as the unknown, and the unknown can be either good or bad. Let's be honest too. It is almost always bad, so we must prepare for it so we can deal with the potential effects. We should also be ready to capitalize on the effects when it happens to be good. And for companies whose scale and magnitude of operations are much greater, the importance of this activity cannot be understated. For example, there may be a case where you can get a discount by buying project materials in bulk. This is an example of positive risk, also known as an opportunity. You might even partner with a well-qualified company to increase your chances of winning more business. This is also a positive risk that increases the probability of the benefit. We will examine the differences between threats and opportunities later in the course. Risk management concepts. When properly used, risk management will allow the practitioners to plan for each project in a structured approach that will be unique to that project. This plan should keep the project team focused on risk in an objective manner during the life cycle of the project. Proper planning will lead to correct identification of threats and opportunities, as well as appropriate analysis of the risk events and their potential effects. Correct analysis is the deciding factor for selecting the best response for the risk events. Some responses are chosen to ensure the risk event occurs and the company can reap the benefits of it. Other responses will avoid the risk altogether or reduce the impact to the company. There are a variety of responses that will be discussed during this course. Benefits of being a subject matter expert for risk management. As a risk manager, I have used a wide range of risk management practices during highly sensitive as well as dangerous projects. Through sound use of structured risk processes, I have prevented injuries to employees as well as damage to equipment and company assets worth several $1,000,000. In one of my assignments, we had to implement innovative but high-cost telecommunications solutions in a semi-urban areas of Rochester. Various factors such as transportation of equipment, ensuring appropriate camping for highly trained professionals, handling high-cost equipment, preservation of ecology of the area where we were executing the project, and many other things had to be considered before the execution. Using the risk management strategies you will learn in this course, I was not only able to execute the project successfully, but also made savings of more than $1,000,000 by appropriately mitigating various risks. With a strong understanding of risk management, you will find you are able to be more proactive, which is normally cheaper, instead of reactive, which is usually expensive. Companies using risk management. Risk management is widely recognized as necessary for any project to be successful, but it can be difficult for a company to easily integrate it into the existing culture. A recent survey found that 96% of global executives believe their risk management could be improved. Many organizations have accepted risk management and are leveraging the risk methodology quite well. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Washington, D.C. is just one of them. You also heard about River Oaks Hospital a short while ago. I can assure you that many others have embraced risk management practices in the global project space. Benefits to the customer who gets PMI-RMP certification. Getting the PMI-RMP certification will distinguish you from your peers. There are many project practitioners in the world, but less than 4,000 PMI-RMP certification holders. This means you can be one of the few who can display a deep understanding of sound risk management practices and methodology. And by enrolling in this course, you have taken a big positive step toward your certification goal. So let's get started with the lessons of the course. RMP certification course overview. This course will also introduce you to the risk management certification, the PMI-RMP examination, and the requirements associated with it. We will then discuss the 6 risk management processes and various risk concepts associated with the risk process. The 6 risk management processes that will be explained in detail are as follows: plan risk management, identify risks, perform qualitative analysis, perform quantitative analysis, plan risk responses, control risks. Each process has varying inputs, tools, and techniques, ITTOs, as well as outputs. Understanding these ITTOs is critical for exam success. Each of these will be discussed in much greater detail throughout the course. Let's next discuss the PMI-RMP examination itself. The PMI-RMP examination is a controlled examination that will be administered at a Prometric testing center. The Project Management Institute, also known as PMI, controls the PMI-RMP certification. The examination lasts 3 hours, 30 minutes, and contains 170 questions. Now, 20 of these questions do not count and are considered control questions. PMI is constantly adding questions to the database. If the predetermined number of test takers get the control questions correct, then PMI will add them to the database. Do not concern yourself with this minor detail, as your goal is to get every single question correct in order to enhance your test success. The PMI-RMP examination is concerned with 5 test domains. These domains are risk strategy and planning, stakeholder engagement, risk process facilitation, risks monitoring and reporting, and finally, performing specialized risk activities. You can receive an exam rating for each of the 5 domains. The ratings are proficient, moderately proficient, and moderately below proficient. Proficient means you are above average. You can also receive a rating of moderately proficient in each domain, or a rating of moderately below proficient in a domain. These ratings are independent of one another and can be awarded in any domain based on your examination scores. While it is not known exactly what the minimum score is to pass the exam, we do know that if you receive too many ratings of moderately below proficient, you will most likely fail the exam. But let's not worry about what the minimum score is. You'd rather focus on acing the exam after going through this course. Now that we've discussed the exam, let's discuss what it takes to qualify for the exam. For starters, if you have a college degree, you must have 3,000 hours of project risk experience over the last 5 years. If you do not have a degree, then you need 4,500 hours of experience in the last 5 years. With a degree, you need 30 hours of formal risk-related training and 40 hours of training without a degree. PMI does not care if you have a degree or not. They only care that you satisfy the requirements for the application process. Here at Simplilearn, we are more than happy to help you with the application process, should you need it. Just call us and we will assist you in any way we can.